I don't know why this is coming out now. This happened several years ago, but I went back and sort of tried to flesh this out for you a little bit. So I'll just start with what I saw for the initial story this morning. Apparently, Victoria Beckham ruined her son Brooklyn's wedding. Brooklyn married a lady by the name of Nicola Peltz in 2022. And a source close to Nicola's family said Victoria stole the first dance from her and left her in tears. So Mark Anthony, the guy who used to be married to J-Lo, and they've got kids together, he takes the stage to perform. Like they've got, a star-studded wedding. It's amazing. He gets up on stage to perform for the big moment. So this is the first dance. And he calls for Brooklyn. Brooklyn, get on up here. And then instead of saying, okay, now it's time for the couple's first dance, let's get Nicola out here, he says, now let's bring up the most beautiful woman in the room tonight. Come on up, Victoria Beckham.
The mom.
So his mom comes out and they start dancing. Witnesses supposedly saw Nicola running from the room crying. The quote from the source is, Nicola felt like Victoria did this on purpose when she knew it was a pre-planned romantic dance meant for Brooklyn and Nicola. What she couldn't understand was why. Another source says, the shock was palpable. It was deeply hurtful. Unfortunately, this wasn't a one-off. It's a pattern that still happens to this day. And apparently things have gone south from there. So here's a few more things that I dug up. Like sometimes people, mothers and their sons have a relationship that the mother isn't ready to turn over to another lady. And sometimes that's why there's a whole thing around the mother-in-law. Mother-in-law.
I'm surprised. There are people who know etiquette, and she should know better.
Here are some other things that point to problems.
Okay.
Prior to the wedding, there were reports of disagreements over Nicola's wedding dress. Victoria Beckham is a designer. She wanted to design the dress, and she had drawings. She was ready. She wants to design like I will be making your dress for you. And Nicola was like, no, you're not gonna. I'm going with this Valentino gown. No, you're not. I choose this other one. The decision allegedly caused all kinds of friction, with some sources saying that Victoria felt snubbed. Nicola later addressed these rumors, stating that the choice was due to logistical issues and not personal reasons. And then, let's see. So Brooklyn and Nicola then, after the wedding, they reportedly skipped David Beckham's 50th birthday celebrations, further fueling speculation about a rift. Also, Brooklyn, the son, he was making public declarations of loyalty to Nicola on social media. And so as these stories were coming out, people were like, oh, he's distancing himself from his family. Like, I choose Nicola. I'm married to her. She's my wife, my woman, my love, my life.
I don't know what it's like to be the son of two really wildly famous people, but there's no chance he's earning a living. Period.
Oh, I don't know anything about him or even how old he is. Like
he is a trust fund dude.
He's 26.
Okay. And did he go to school somewhere? Does he have a degree in liberal arts? Oh, he's modeled, Finn.
Yeah.
What? He's modeled.
So in my opinion, he is caught between the woman he's chosen to marry and the people who fund their lifestyle.
What about Nicola Peltz? Is she worth a bunch of money? Like the rich people, they all run in the same circles. Finn.
Maybe.
So Victoria Beckham has expressed being mystified by the claims that I ruined the wedding. She suggests a disconnect in perceptions between the parties involved. Yes, Bobby.
She's been in some movies, and she was on
Nicola
that
Peltz?
Bates Motel TV show.
Oh, then you're right. Neither one of them is rich.
She's worth $50 million.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, her parents have a lot of money.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah.
Oh,
then
her
you're
dad
good.
is a billionaire businessman.
Oh, then you just go ahead and separate yourself from those parents.
Walk away. Just walk away.
Soccer. Who plays that?
Amidst all of this, these family dynamics, Victoria Beckham has announced that there's a forthcoming tell-all documentary on Netflix, and she's indicated that film will provide an unfiltered look into my personal and professional life.
I'm sure it's unfiltered.
Yeah, I know. Right? This is the lady who was like, I was driven to school every day. In what kind of car?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that doesn't matter. What
What was it?
What's
What's the quote? We were working class. Isn't
really?
that it?
What kind of car was your daddy driving you to school in?
Well, that's not right. She
Yes.
starts going, but that's not. That's a story.
Stop. Stop talking. He drove her to school in a Rolls Royce, in case you never heard that story. So they say potentially this might address some of these recent controversies. Or, look, families go through tough, rough patches, and mother-in-laws are often the cause of that, but not always. But I just thought, oh, that's fun. That's a fun story. I like that. Yes, Bob, your hand is up.
Just another fun tidbit I heard on the streets
please.
is that that Brooklyn and Nicola have hooked up with Harry and Meghan Markle to discuss the toxic parents, like the toxic lifestyle of having really rich.
How nice that they have pals to turn
Right?
to.
Let's talk about how hard it was growing up super rich and famous.
Oh, it is really, really difficult.
Sometimes the maids would only be there for 12 hours during the day, and I need them there for 24. I couldn't believe I was all by myself. I had no one to take care of me.
My breakfast made to order because the cook had the day off.
And the gardener was just not as fun.
I asked for a black pony and got a white one.
Yeah.
I didn't like white ponies. I wanted a black pony. Anyway, it's really hard to be rich.
415 says, hang on.
What?
Part of the Beckham rift is because another son, Romeo, is dating Brooklyn's ex. And that's awkward for Nicola. David and Victoria apparently love the ex, but Brooklyn and Nicola won't hang out with them if the ex is around.
Delicious.
Life is
And
so
apparently, I know too much about this. Says 415.
I went looking for stuff and I didn't see that.
I think recently David Beckham had a big birthday party.
Yes.
And the sibling and the ex were there, and
And that must be why Brooklyn
And they
and
weren't
Nicola
there.
didn't show up.
probably maybe it's just a little cherry on top of the whole situation.
Their lives are so hard.
I know, it's wicked hard, you guys.
925 says, ugh, I feel for her. My mother-in-law did something similar.
Oh.
We were having our first dance, and she came up and started dancing with us.
Oh.
Someone came up and pulled her away.
Oh.
But I was so pissed off.
Yeah.
First dance. Why? Wait.
Right. I mean, you've been to a wedding before. This is how it goes.
Well,
they dance first. And
here's
then
what
the
I'll
bride
say.
dances with the dad.
Weddings and drinks, man.
Yeah.
Like, I think that makes everything get fuzzy, and it made perfect sense to, 3 drinks deep mom. Maybe. I mean, maybe not.
Maybe.
But
then that's, it is the first thing that I thought was like, who goes out there and like bear hugs a couple? And I'm like, oh, the drinking lady.
yeah.
My God. You're waking up with Sarah and Vinnie.